Hey everyone, Stratabean here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're journeying to a world before planeswalkers, before mana crypts, a world where power meant survival. That's right, we're talking about the king of the dinosaurs on Ixalan himself, Gishath, Sun's avatar. Gishath is a 7/6 dinosaur avatar with trample, vigilance, and haste that costs 8 mana and Naya, and his effect is whenever Gishath deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards on the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield and the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. No casting, no waiting, just primeval devastation. If you love decks that ramp fast, hit hard, and summon an unstoppable herd, this deck is your meteor strike. Let's get into it. Overview. At its heart, this deck has 3 goals. 1. Ramp hard and fast to summon Gishath ahead of the curve. 2. Turn every attack into a stampede of dinosaurs crashing onto the battlefield. And 3. Overwhelm the table with a wave of triggers, tokens, and primal fury. You're not playing a long grindy control game, you're bringing the Jurassic era back to life. Every land you drop fuels the next beast, every swing reveals another monster. Your dinosaurs don't just enter the battlefield, they make it tremble. Core synergies. Let's start with setup, the lifeblood of any Gishath deck. At the heart of this deck stands Gishath himself, the living embodiment of dominance and destruction. Every swing is a cataclysm, every hit reveals the next generation of apex predators waiting just beneath the surface. When Gishath deals combat damage, he calls forth a flood of dinosaurs from your library. Creatures like Atali, Primal Conqueror, Quartzwood Crasher, and Ravenous Tyrannosaurus hit the fields roaring, overwhelming opponents in a single turn. The more damage you deal, the faster evolution accelerates, and soon the battlefield belongs entirely to the prehistoric. This deck thrives on ramp and momentum. Cards like Kodama's Reach, Nature's Lore, and Skyshroud Claim make sure you reach 8 mana before anyone else. Once your lands are set, Herald's Horn, Urza's Incubator, and Descendant's Path keeps the dinosaurs coming at a discount. And with Pantlaza, Sun Favored, and Hulking Raptor handing out extra value, you'll never run out of teeth to throw at the problem. When the herd moves, the earth shakes. Regisaur Alpha and Galta Maverin keep your assault relentless, while Warstorm Surge and Poetic Ingenuity turn every creature into a living missile and value. Galta, Stampede, Tyrant, and Finale of Devastation close the game in spectacular fashion, either through a wave of trample damage or an alpha strike that ends civilizations. Gishath isn't just leading a tribe, he's awakening an era. Support and control. Even apex predators need to survive the meteor strike. Cards like Heroic Intervention, Flawless Maneuver, and Deflecting Swat protect your board from disaster, while Thrashing Brontodon and Generous Gift take care of problem permanents. Tranquil Filled Rack handles graveyards and artifacts, keeping evolution one step ahead of extinction. And with Kinjali Sunwing slowing enemy creatures until top of Primal Dawn standing guard, your domain remains untouchable. When destruction is inevitable, make sure you control it. Wakening Sun's avatar acts as a one-sided board wipe, clearing everything that isn't a dinosaur. Beast Within and Path to Exile remove any single threat that escapes your claws, and Smothering Tithe ensures you never starve for resources. Zakama Primal Calamity refuels your mana, destroys artifacts and enchantments, and bolts down any survivors. Even Atali Primal Storm gives you chaos advantage, stealing the best of what others built and turning it against them. When the board is wiped clean, the herd returns stronger. Balaged Recovery and Jurassic Bark recycle your fallen titans. Scroll Rack sets up perfect top decks for Gishath, and Reliquary Tower lets you hoard all the value you've drawn. Voltborn Tyrant punishes removal by creating a copy of itself when it dies. Evolution finds a way. Win conditions. When it's time to end the game, this deck doesn't do it quietly. Finale of Devastation gives your team +X and haste for a meteoric finish. And if that's not enough, Galta, Stampede, Tyrant ensures every dinosaur in your hand joins the fray for one last overwhelming charge. This isn't a victory, it's a cataclysm. And when all else fails, your lands and engines can carry the legacy. The final effect of Roar of the Fifth People, it lets you go wide or go lethal, while Rogue's Passage makes sure Gishath connects when it counts. And when Palani's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha enters play, every dinosaur gains haste, because what's the point of summoning an army if it can't start rampaging immediately? Piloting tips. In the early game, ramp relentlessly and sculpt your mana base. Don't be afraid to mulligan for acceleration. In the mid-game, establish your synergy pieces, Herald's Horn, Warstorm Surge, and Pantlaza, and keep your hand full with Return of the Wildspeaker or Curious Altasaur. And in the late game, drop Gishath, swing, and let nature take its course. Remember, Gishath rewards timing. Wait until your ramp and protection are ready, then strike like thunder. Even if the first wave doesn't finish the table, the aftershock will. And that's how I built around Gishath, Sun's avatar. A deck that doesn't just win, it dominates. Every card builds towards that one glorious moment where the ground shakes and the battlefield becomes a living museum of extinction. From Itali's chaos to Zakama's cleansing roar to the endless stampede of Pantlaza's brews, this is the ultimate celebration of Naya's raw power. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know which commander you'd like to see next. Until next time, bye.